There's like two ways, right? Like a chain can like get money out, right? One is like gas fees, like you just pay for block space. That works, right? Like Ethereum made a lot of money from that, but like that's kind of a shitty model from a user perspective because
I just wanted to let you know, jail's not that bad. It's
All views expressed by the hosts and guests in this podcast are solely their opinions and do not reflect the opinions of their respective employers. Guests and hosts may maintain positions in the assets discussed in this podcast. This podcast is for informational purposes only, and nothing in the podcast is intended to be financial, legal, or even life advice.
Hey,
Hello.
How's it going, Doug? Sorry, please.
Good. How's it?
My outfit.
Oh, I like it. I'm judging it in a good way.
Bro,
Great.
like, I don't have like the titties and shit, so this is like my clickbait.
Gotta do what you gotta do. Yeah, it's great.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah. Thanks for coming on the pod, by the way.
Oh, thanks for having me. Appreciate you hosting.
Yeah. A little bit like before we start, let's just warm things up. Are you familiar of like myself? What do I do on chain, or what the type of followers we typically attract?
Yeah, a bit familiar. Yeah, I'm a bit familiar. I caught a few old ones. So
Okay, cool. Let's start with some rapid fire questions, should we? Like you can just like a quick comment or thing.
Yeah.
Okay. What makes a good perk dex? Top 5 things.
That's a great question. 5 things. So yeah, I'd say right, like number one, it's got to be usable. Right, and it's a lot of things don't there. You try to trade and stuff doesn't go through. So right, you gotta be usable. It's got to work. That's basic. Number 2, it's got to not go bankrupt or like become insolvent. Right, like that's. You don't want an FTX situation. So, right, it's got to be secure, and you got to be confident it's going to be like that until, because oftentimes, right, it's too late if it's not. So those are like the 2 basic ones, like table stakes. I would say liquidity and like execution quality has to be good, right? Like you want to trade, there's got to be enough liquidity there, and it's got to not cost you a fortune to trade. I mean, most traders, if you look at long term, they lose money, not because the positions are bad, like those tend to even out, but because of transaction costs. So that's the third one. Number 4, I'd say, right, it's got to be great experience. People use it, right? Like these are products. It's got to be fun to trade, or at least not fun to trade. You got to have good tools for people. Right, like you're trading, putting your money there. You got to have the best tools and like have good interface, all that stuff. And then number 5, I'd say, right, like what Hyperliquid showed, it's got to be aligned with its users, especially like its early users, and kind of make its early users rich. So those are top 5.
I like that. I like that. When are you guys live? Let me be one of them. Okay. Last rapid fire question. What is the top 3 things that makes a good chain?
A good chain. All right.
In 2026.
Yeah.
In 2026.
2026. Similar thing. Number 1, the chain has to actually work and be secure. So number 1, like a lot of chains don't work. They go down. They
like
don't
flow,
go,
right? Just fucking roll back. Because a formula.
Roll back. Yeah, that stuff is so that's surprisingly a lot don't meet that criteria. Number 2, it's got to be a good chain is like you don't even know you're using the chain, and that means, right, you're not thinking about like, oh, I have to wait for my transaction to land. I have to wait, like, how much is my gas going to cost? Like, what do I have to bridge over to pay for gas? Do I have enough in this wallet? Like all that stuff. So, kind of the thing about a chain is like a good chain is the better it does, the more like you're kind of not aware of its existence at all. So like the ultimate would be like my grandmother could use it and is not even aware she's on a blockchain, doesn't have to know about finality or check the block explorer, or like all that stuff, replacement transactions. And number three, right, like ecosystem, obviously, right? There's got to be shit to do on the chain. And so there's not shit to do, right? It doesn't matter if it's the best chain in the world, right? Who's going to use you?
All right, shit to do. That's good. That's something I like, anyways. But like, I feel like with Monet not doing that well, I feel like this trend. I'm not that sure. Is it important as much now? But
because Monad had like so much stuff, but it's still not doing. I mean, one tough part about Monad is, and right, like they took a long time. They built a lot of stuff, so it's not like you can't fault them for this. But right, like there's been such a long buildup for Monad, like 3 years, that it's almost like it's very hard not to, I want to say disappoint people, but not to be like anticlimactic, right? Like when you come out, unless like something's really over the moon. So it's a tough situation for them, but you know, they're early, so I'm sure
I respect them.
You know,
right?
they've got a long time. They've got a long life left. So
I respect them, but I feel
is.
like I've been talking to someone online thinking they're hot as a hot girl, and I just got catfish.
I know, it's just it's too long, right? Like at least it's like you talk to a girl and you have a date 6 hours later, then it's like, okay, I don't care, your pictures don't match as much. You're like, oh, we've been talking for 3 months.
100%. That's it. Okay, let's get right into it. Do you want to do a quick intro about yourself, what you're working on? And maybe we can start from there.
Yeah. So quick intro on myself. So you know, my background is mostly as a HFT quant in TradFi. I started at Citadel, was there for a little bit, was on a number of other smaller teams in different markets. So just a lot of TradFi, about a decade of TradFi stuff, quanting type stuff, got into crypto, DeFi Summer, was actually a MEV searcher for a little bit. So got in from the trading side, just pure on chain, kind of skipped over all the sexes and stuff. Did that for a little bit. Started my first project, Ambient, which was originally EVM based, AMM. Now we're doing something pretty different. We're building a perp dex, obviously on Fogo SVM, and kind of in the context of that, I met the Fogo people. So Rob, kind of my co-founder there, and Mike Cahill from Doro, who were kind of building this thing. We were looking for kind of like, we wanted to do like a perp dex type thing. We were looking for a chain where like, okay, we really need like a chain that has like kind of all these criteria to make a great trading thing. Nothing existed. We talked to them and we said, okay, like this is actually, you know, the type of chain we would need from like application builders. So kind of clicked there and said, okay, this is what we need. Like it has to be built. So kind of started working on Fogo in parallel with that team. So also kind of a quote unquote founding contributor at Fogo. And so I kind of sit on both sides. And I think kind of from the Fogo perspective, I bring in a lot of someone who's built an application type thing. So I kind of try to keep that perspective in the Fogo team.
Okay. So from my understanding, it's a extremely fast chain. That's why it's a layer 2 on top of Solana, right? My understanding is.
It's actually, no, it's a layer 1. It's compatible with Solana. It's not a layer 2, so it's its own SVM. Layer 1. SVM, SVM based, fully compatible with Solana, but doesn't roll up. You know, and for like the average user, does that mean anything different? I don't think so. Would anyone know if Base was a layer 2 or a layer 1? Probably not. But just
it's faster, basically. The reason why you make, like, what was the different about it? Let's say from a user.
Yeah. So the biggest. From a user perspective, a lot fast. So, I mean, there were 3 things. So one was like, we needed to increase the speed. So the block times on Fogo are 40 milliseconds instead of, you know, Solana's 400 milliseconds. And I think like we can probably end up going faster than that. This is like, I'd say like phase 1. So like we can get that down lower. You know, the reason we do that is basically the way, you know, not to get too deep into the weeds, but the way that works is like we have a different type of consensus where the nodes can co-locate with each other. So, you know, no matter how good the tech is, if 2 nodes are on different sides of the earth and they're not in the same place at the same time, it's just going to take so long for them to talk to each other. So, you know, that's, you know, it's faster. The kind of upshot of that is not only is the blockchain itself faster, but it means all the infrastructure we can put kind of in the same place or close to the same place. So stuff like an RPC, like those things are not only faster but more reliable. They can have more throughput. It's just a lot easier to kind of build infrastructure when you know like where things are versus like, okay, if you could have a validator in Argentina, you could have a validator in Greenland, you could have a validator, wherever. So I'd say like it's both faster in terms of like a blockchain, and the infrastructure is just faster. And that's kind of like the second thing. Like we needed the chain to be a lot more reliable. And like I think anyone who's tried to like use Solana during a period of high congestion knows like it's great when it's working well, but like if you can't land a transaction, it doesn't matter like how great the theoretical performance is. So
in comparison to Hyperliquid, perk side.
Okay, so one thing about like Hyperliquid, like I guess to keep in mind how it's built is Hyperliquid is, I wouldn't say it's two blockchains. It's almost like two blockchains, right? You have the Hyper, the Hyper VM, or you have like Hypercore, which is right like the DEX, and the DEX itself lives on not its own chain, but its own VM, right? Like it's its own separate environment, and you have Hyper EVM, which is like your standard EVM based environment. It's decent performance, but it's not hugely scalable, right? And that's fine, right? Because like Hyperliquid is a perp DEX optimized to be a perp DEX. It has some of this EVM, borrow, lend, spot DEX, other stuff, but that's mostly there to support the perp DEX. So it's not like monad level performance or base level performance. And the other thing is like it's very difficult for these two things to talk to each other. They can talk to each other as precompiles, but it's not natural, right? It's like they're speaking two different languages. They have different blocks, they have different block times, hard to like atomic composability. Fogo is different, right? So like the perp DEX is obviously very important in Fogo, but perp DEX itself is just another application on the blockchain itself. There's nothing special about it. It doesn't run in a special environment. It's fully on chain. And so, right, in order to do that, you just need way, way higher performance from the general purpose chain, because perp DEX doesn't have anything special in the chain to support it. So number one, like everything benefits. Like you get perp DEX level performance, everything else benefits from that. So we've done like these little games, just kind of proof of concept of the performance. They benefit, like other DeFi benefits, spot DEX, memes, like all that other stuff benefits. It kind of gets that out of the box. Number two, right, like it's a lot easier for other applications to talk to the perp DEX. So what we really want to focus on building after MameNet is kind of like what I'll call like perpfi stuff. And like, it's a lot easier to build applications on top of the perp DEX, because like, okay, now you have a position, you can easily tokenize it. You can wrap it. You could do things like, okay, maybe the perp DEX itself doesn't give me enough leverage, but I can, go to another protocol and get like degen level 1000x leverage on top of something. Right. And it has capital there. I could wrap my positions. I could tokenize it. I could, there's right. Kind of, you go back to like DeFi Summer. I think like that's kind of what made things great, is like people could just, you have sushi, right? And you could, okay, let me wrap those sushi LP tokens in Ohm. Now I've got Ohm. Now people are building Ohm forks on top of Ohm.
Baby.
Yeah, exactly. 9. So I think like we've had great perp DEX stuff, but we haven't really seen like anything like those kind of games in perp DEX world, because most perp DEXs are just run on their own like silos. So that's like really kind of what we want to build in like what I think like Fogo uniquely enables.
Okay, let's talk about some interesting thing. Robert, it's the co-founder, right?
Yeah.
He mentioned about TPS2 valuation, which is something that I remember. Was that a rage?
I think I would take anything. Rob's half serious, half not serious at different levels. I would take anything he said. It's not worth letting your blood pressure go up. Anything he tweets, but it was interesting. I think it is maybe a half truth there, where you're looking at, if you're looking at L1s and you're looking at, what's their valuation, especially like L1s that are valued or chains that are valued on their performance. I think it was fair enough that maybe he was trying to draw attention that, hey, Fogo has like pretty high performance, especially compared to like Monad or some of these other chains. And like, we're in the same ballpark. And I think like a lot of people.
From an attention point of view, it that was the tweet that got me more attention to it. So like, Because like so many people were sending me that, and it worked. It worked.
It worked. Look, we're coming. Like, we're not Monad. We don't have like $500 million or whatever raised, and we haven't been around for 3 years. So like, we're kind of coming up. You have to get attention when you're a new chain coming up.
It's not an easy way to. It's not easy for chain to like bootstrap money, raise money, or to do go to market strategy actually this year. Do you mind like what's your steps been? How much you guys raised? Where you've been spending the money? And has it must be a difficult process, right?
Yeah, look, like we run pretty lean, like we run a lot leaner than most other L1s, like, and intentionally so, because, we raised what we need, and mostly we've raised from the community. So, we've done an echo round, we've done, some smaller things. We mostly try to like focus on what's going to move the needle. And there's different strategies, right? There are some chains that have raised like a ton, and you throw, you do a lot and you're casting a big net, and that's something you can do when you have a lot of money. And I think it was easier to do like 2023, right? You have giant parties, at conferences, all that stuff. So we'll kind of shy away from that. I think this year, look, like in crypto, I don't know if the vibes have ever been, I wouldn't say bad, but like, right, like people are so cynical. So like everyone thinks, oh, everything's a scam. Everyone, like, nothing's ever going to be good. Like, there's not many true believers left. So mostly for us, right, it's like you try to, I'd say shut down the noise, but right, like, hey, we know what we're working on is good. We got some true believers. I think we do have like a community built up, and we focus on them. And crypto's about surviving. I doubt we're going to be in this market for forever.
Did you think this year is one of the rougher years actually?
Psychologically, yes. I don't know, like financially, like, okay, well, alts aren't great. BTC is down, I guess, but like just psychologically, I think, psychologically, it's been tough to be.
I think
crypto.
It's such a weird year. Like the price discovery has been all over the place, right? Like, and then the go to market is very weird for a chain nowadays. Like back in the days, you can speculate based on how good the pre NFT was doing. Then you're like, oh, how much abs is on there, and then you all the kind of stuff. Right now, like there's all these poly markets, then there's all these like different small races, like some echo race, and then all those kind of stuff. Like, what kind of steps did you guys do there, or what was effective for you guys to get community? What was effective for you guys to like everyone talking about like, token alignment, like bro, like if your chain is not live yet, it's very hard to get token alignment. What the fuck do you mean?
It's very hard. We tried. The biggest thing is like we tried not to be in this pre-chain thing so long, and like I think, right, like every chain is like, it always comes out later than it said, and we aimed for a little bit earlier, but like we haven't taken much more than a year since like the project, our first like Echo thing. So I don't know, like one thing I think is like you've seen some high profile chains and they've been 2-3 plus years in the making, and like going back, like those are hard just because like your expectations are so high after it. You have to kind of tease people for so long that like it's just a hard thing. Not impossible, right? But like we've seen some this year, and I think maybe that doesn't help. I don't know though, like Plasma was quick out of the gate, and they didn't they still kind of, I wouldn't say have done bad, but like haven't kind of undershot expectations, I think, at least in terms of like price action and everything. I think it's just right, like we've just focused on kind of shipping and showing we shipped test now, we had
trillions. That out. They went from trillions to bag holder, bro.
This year, if you believed in anything, you were just punished again and again this year, right? It's like, oh, I'm not gonna believe in.
Bro, right now I'm believing in lighter, and I feel like I should jit. Like this is my last year to jit. I'm probably like so just to give a little prospect, right? Like I'm not as much of a jit people think I am. It's just that I'm like the old school crypto guys where I have like multiple bag thesis. Like I have the long term bag where I don't touch, and I have like
Yeah.
I still hold hype from long time ago, and then
You
like
got
and
your
then
moon bag, right? You can't let it. Yeah.
yeah. But then like this year has trained me to have more precision in my trading bag where I'll be like, no, fuck this shit, bro. Oh wait, my bag is not like 60% cash. Oh, time to wind that shit up.
I mean, I think a lot of people got in that mindset. Yeah, I mean, there's gonna be a runner. Something's gonna run till like another hype style run, and then people. It's all about like regret, right? And people are like, "Oh, I can't believe I didn't hold enough," right? And then they go back and then they hold everything, and then they're like, "Oh, I can't believe I didn't sell," right? Like it's always everyone fights the last war. So I don't know, right? Like, we'll see.
Okay. Would you want to talk more about a chain, or do you want to talk about a perk?
Let's talk about the chain because the chain's coming out. Perp deck is going to come out a little bit after the chain. So let's talk about the chain because that's the big one coming out.
As a chain, do you
week.
think it's important to own the perk for value accrual purpose?
Yeah, we thought about this a lot, and I think that's one reason why a lot of these chain tokens haven't done great is because like, what's the point of fucking holding the chain token? Like, what does it do? And like 2022 or 2021, right? Like you could, people are like, okay. And like one thing is every cycle crypto people kind of get a little bit smarter. And so like last cycle, it's like, oh, these token, the chain's doing great. The token's going to do great. Like who cares what value accrual is? And now people are like, what's the point? Like, even if the chain does great, like what's the point of that? Right. And so like a hype kind of has this revenue meta and it's like, okay, like there's a reason to hold it. The protocols, buying back the token. I think that's like why buybacks are so big. So like at Fogo, like one thing we've thought about a lot is like being really closely aligned with the apps. And so like from the chain perspective, there's like two ways, right? Like a chain can like get money out, right? Like one is like gas fees, like you just pay for block space. That works, right? Like Ethereum made a lot of money from that. But like that's kind of a shitty model from a user perspective because like the way you make most of your gas fees come from like the few times that the chains are really like want to be used. So it's like, okay, $100, even Solana, right? Like fees spike and like people, you have to put the priority fees up and it's like, it's not great to, it feels like kind of max extractor, right? Like, okay, like right when you need to trade or whatever, it's like, this is not great. The other way to do it is to have like alignment with the apps and like go to the apps and be like, if you have, X% of your revenue is buying back or staking the chain token, then, we can make sure that you have like preferential access to different things. And like we've talked about it a lot on Fogo. But, one is just like community, like ecosystem alignment. The other is like what we want to do eventually is say, okay, you can have like block space reserve. So like no matter how congested things are, right? Like ambient, like the perps dex knows like, okay, we're going to need so much block space just to like do liquidations, to do this other stuff. Like just make sure always reserve this for us no matter how big it gets. And, in turn, ambient, pays, whatever, some percent, 5, 10, 20% of its revenue back to Fogo. So like the analogy I use is like, imagine like you had an apartment or like you had an apartment and like every single night you'd go to the landlord and you'd be like, okay, how much to like stay in my apartment tonight? And like sometimes it's like, okay, $5 for tonight. And then other times like, oh, there's like a big convention in town, like $3,000 for the night. Like that'd be a really shitty way to like lease an apartment. So like we try to think like, okay, can you do longer term alignment? So I don't know. I think we're trying to be a lot more intelligent about value accrual and make sure, right, like your apps are your value accrual. So the best way is like alignment between the chain and the apps.
I agree. Hey, before I jump into my question, there's some guy in the live chat that came up with a pretty good tagline: "Fogo the FOMO or FOMO the Fogo."
I like that. I'll send that to the marketing.
Wait. Did you guys? Oh yeah. You guys had an ICO before, right? He was asking what's next with the ICO? Can retail still join? Is there going to be another round or something? I'm guessing he's asking.
I shouldn't say what.
It's okay.
Pay attention. We should have something. We should have something coming up. Yeah, just pay attention. I don't know if I can say anything yet, but there should be something.
Why did you guys cancel the last one? By the way, was it because of the market sales or?
No, I mean, maybe so much. It's just like the vibes. We thought like it would be okay. People get in, like whatever. Like you want to be in, you want to not be in. Like a lot of people wanted exposure. Here's like what we thought was fair. The vibes were bad, and I think right. Like a lot of people are angry. I don't know, angry that the ICO existed at all, which is fine. Like we didn't need the money. Like it was just more about community alignment. But a lot of people, I don't know, vibes are bad. It just wasn't worth it. I think like we were mostly trying to get let's get more people aligned.
I respect the ability to pull the plug, because most people is gonna like delay the decision and end up just doing it. To be honest.
Yeah. I mean, it's tough to pull the plug, and it's like, especially you build up to it. But you know what? It's like it wasn't working out the way we thought it was, and like mostly if people are going to be mad at that it existed, it wasn't really worth it. So,
not gonna lie, I respect that. Like, I respect. Are you drinking beer in the morning?
My Trader Joe's sparkling.
Okay.
My Trader Joe's sparkling finished. I had an espresso on my Trader Joe's sparkling blueberry water. But yeah, I wish I had a beer. I should get one.
Yeah, if you ever swing by, we can. Okay, back to the. All right, so how do you find your community right now? Like, let's say as a chain or as a because like a little bit context, right? Okay, as a chain, what do you find testnet users? I don't know. Do you find tech enthusiasts? I don't know. Then in a perk desk, right? To be honest, I feel like I'm the perfect profile for any perk right now. Like I'm real. Like I just directionally trade. But the thing is, like, I started trading on variational like last week, just because Lighter is done.
How do you like it? Do you like it? What's your opinion on it?
I actually do.
Nice. Nice.
So right now I'm not trading in quite in size. The slippage is not as good. The best thing I like about it is because I like to short a lot of trash outs. I don't have to jump around anymore. That's very important. And then I noticed the price is a little bit off, but I'm like, fuck it, it's okay. Like, and then but also like their model has some sort of like long short OI limits, I think. So like on some outs, I can't go over too much the limit where they don't let me short more than a certain amount. I'm guessing it's because they are like a RFQ thing that links to some sex.
Yeah, they have a different like market structure, and I think they need to like actually source the liquidity from somewhere else.
But overall, it's pretty good. Like I can see myself staying here in general. But like the fucking thing is like, okay, see, that's the part where I don't like about farming people. Like I don't get me wrong, I'm a semi farmer as well. But like, bro, I directionally trade like almost 100K on the first day, and I got 0.7 points. 0.7 points, bro. Like,
really?
I'm like. Yeah.
What are they rewarding? Actually, I've played around with it. I haven't really tried farming it at all.
I did farm it, but like I became a little bit like repulsed. Like, oh my god, I'm only worth that much. Like, I mean, like I think doing like 100K in 2 days is not that bad, right? I'm not like some fucking $5 airdrop farmer, you know what I mean? Like, but then the game giving me 0.7 made me feel like a fucking beggar, you know? But again, like I see people doing like fucking 1 mil to 10 mil a day. Like I'm guessing they're wash trading. So what do you think about this actually? Like how to find your aligned community?
Yeah. Well, I mean, like let's say like on the perp dex side, I think one of the problems is like the way Hyperliquid incentivized was good, but it kind of worked in a world where like things weren't so intensely farmed as they are now. And so like you have like, no matter like what you incentivize, like volume, OI, whatever, like there's a way to like kind of farm those. And like ultimately, right, like from the perspective of the project, like you're paying for this activity, right? So it's like you want to pay for like people who are actually organic users. And I think, all right, like, well, two things. You either want to pay for metrics and your metrics look good and use those to get listings or VC funding or whatever. But like
justify the scam wick.
Justify the wick, right? Like somebody does a research report and say, oh, you do so much volume, Hyperliquid does this much volume, like you should be worth like, 1/5 of Hyperliquid. And I think like everyone kind of knows how those games are played. So I again, like crypto people get smarter. I think like those will work less and less well going forward. I mean, the other thing is like, who are the actual organic users? And like, if I'm actually trying to get people in crypto who trade normally I want them to try my product. I think it's good. I think they'll stick around after they try it, and like they should have some sort of like incentive to try it in some sort of long-term alignment. And I don't know, like I feel like a lot of just projects don't underestimate that focus. So it's like one thing. And like community in general, I think like on the Fogo side, we've tried a lot of stuff. So I'm like just early on, like I think like we had testnet. We've obviously tried to put out like a lot of content like this. We try to talk about the tech. I don't know if like any one thing works, but we try stuff. I think we have a pretty good community now. We'll keep trying different things and see what works. But definitely for us, it's quality over quantity, I'd say, right? We don't need like a 10,000 person Telegram chat. So.
You know what the worst thing is like, if we had this chat like a month earlier, right? I'd probably be like, oh, I respect you, I like what you do, and I'm happy with part of the community. But like right now, if I don't have a conversation with someone, everything you write or what I see is going to be like, oh, this is just a tactic to do this. Oh, this is just a tactic to do that. And they're like, oh, tech doesn't really matter anyways. But like from speaking to you and see what you do, I can just tell like, oh, you understand the market. Your decisions is good, etc. Like all your decisions are justified, right? It's first principle thinking, and then it's like try and error as well, right? And they're like, oh yeah, that's it. But like if people say like, what do you believe in? Like I don't know what I believe in as well. Like I don't know why I'm in your community as well. It's just such a different game.
Yeah, I mean, fair enough. It's definitely like crypto at this point is, I don't know what it's like I said, it's weird this year. It's a lot of, it's very like existential being in crypto. So we're like, feel like, people are like, why am I here? What am I doing? I gotta go back to medical school. What's my dad gonna say? So yeah, I don't know.
Bro, I'm Asian and I'm wearing this fucking shit going on. I mean, brother, like, okay. I want to be mindful of time here. I don't want to ruin your whole morning. Okay, do you have any questions for me?
Yeah, what are you excited about in 20, or what's your outlook for 2026? What are you excited about?
So right now, my rough notes to myself right now is that each narrative will not run longer than a month if it's not institution related. Right
just
now,
hyper rotation.
Hyper rotation. Something like privacy will only work because it's semi-institutional, in my opinion. Novelty should weight a lot less than how I used to weight it. Novelty, like I actually quite rate edgex in their novelty in their point system, in their launching memes, etc. But then I realized is that like there's not as much this type of players like myself, so the PvP is a bit less. But also this shows like the team's ability still. But I shouldn't get too overhyped over it. And then just keep trying, because like I think as builder or as a speculator, everyone is lost. But if everyone found something to believe in, it becomes the spotlight casino theory where like all the gamblers will just go to that table because like they haven't believed in anything for so long.
Yeah, I think that's true. It's right. Like people are burnt out enough that anything. The novelty is interesting. I mean, I'd say like the novelty, people have been kind of burned out, right? Like friend tech was very novel. And I think like that was like, people are like, okay, like friend tech, Barrow was novel, like proof of liquidity. And it's like a lot of these, there's this trade-off, right? Like novelty is like something new versus like this shit works. I'm like, I'm going to stick with what works. And so like anytime you do novelty, you're kind of taking a risk. And like, is this like a trend, or is this, is this a new thing here to stay? So far, I think people have been kind of burned this year.
Okay. So you guys are launching it on 5 days. Like, let's say I'm someone that don't know anything about Fogo, like what should I do right now? What to expect in the launch?
Yeah. So we're launching in 5 days. I would say easiest thing is like follow us on Twitter at Fogo. There's a lot of stuff coming up. I think there's kind of a lot of opportunities for people to be involved. It'll be a kickoff of kind of this new season. So I'd say the biggest thing is like just try, like we're going to keep rolling out apps. So we'll kind of have core apps on day one, and then we'll keep rolling out apps. just try stuff. Like, honestly, I think there's a lot of cool things. I think if you use the chain, it's like, okay, this is pretty interesting. I think people will be pleasantly surprised trying the chain. Like, we've done a lot of things to kind of make the whole experience good. So yeah, I'd say watch us and kind of day one, just try stuff. Just come in and try stuff. Like I said, we're trying to reward organic users. So we don't need like some $500 million whale come in, park TVL and some protocol that doesn't do anything just so pump our metrics. Like, we're not about that. So I think it's a good place if you're like the type of person who like listens to this type of stream, likes like doing things on chain. I think, it's a good place to try things out.
Nice. Okay. Are you okay with sharing like some of the top 2 things that will be like, or is there anything like what?
Yeah. The biggest thing on day one, so Ambient will be coming out a little bit after. Just want to make sure the network's stable because perp stuff is a bit right. Like, you really need a lot of stability. So I'd say day one, like Valiant is our main spot DEX. I think they should also have a launch pad coming out on day one. Yeah, there you go. Valiant. This really good experience. And then we have some LST protocols, Braza, Ignition. We have some borrow length, like the kind of the core DeFi primitives is what we're doing day one. And then there should be some interesting stuff coming after that.
Any NFT or any weird stuff that we should be minting or looking into?
We have a couple of NFT projects. We have a couple of NFT projects I know coming up. I don't know if they'll be there day one, but some interesting stuff coming up.
All right. Do you have any more questions for me? Or is there anything you want to talk about?
No, this was great. I appreciate you letting me come on and chill my shit. So this was fantastic.
Okay, one last question that I ask everyone in this pod is that what do you think is required to make it in crypto?
Flexibility, like mental flexibility. Like, things change so much, and it's like you always got to try new stuff. Like, and there's like, again, I spent a lot of time in TradFi, and like that's the biggest thing from like TradFi to crypto is like you do like some strategy in TradFi, like the shit works for like 10, 15 years or whatever. People do entire careers. Like, doing crypto is like stuff turns over quick, so you just have to be kind of trying new stuff all the time.
Nice. All right. Thanks again for coming on today.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Looking forward to play with you in Fridays.
Nice. Thanks, man.